After we have chosen our topographical map that we'll use to design our contact lens, we'll simply highlight that particular map and click the Wave button in the Scout toolbar. This will begin the program. We should confirm to make sure the account number has been entered properly and click Accept. The lens will then be imported into the Wave application and processing will begin. After the tier layer profile of the default lens has been designed, we're given the opportunity to refine the refractive error entry. You would use your subjective refraction to improve this effect, and this is also the point where you would enter an add power if that was required. Click Continue, and now the optical component of this lens design has been included. We may want to adjust the overall diameter. For instance, for many current contact lens patients, this would be a very large lens, and what I typically would do for a first-time multifocal wearer, if they've been wearing a lens diameter of 9.2, I'll increase it slightly to about 9.6. Then using this overall diameter, I'll refine the tier layer profile by choosing the Auto Design Current Settings option. This will refine this tier layer profile given this particular diameter. Now, the way the software works, it will mask off the refractive or the corneal astigmatism that may or may not match up with our refractive astigmatism, so we may look at the over-refraction. The program does a cross-cylinder calculation and shows us in this case there's an insignificant difference between the two of them, so we don't really need to enter any over-refraction information. We can look at the front surface of this lens and see the nature of the multifocal. The multifocal has a distance center design with an annular peripheral near design. The add is in a donut type of pattern, and distance vision is provided with this area in the center. The default distance center is a 3.6 size. If we are accustomed to a lens that fits a little bit high, then we may want to increase this to a larger size. If we are accustomed to a lens that maybe rides a little bit lower, or the patient has a very small pupil, we may want to use a smaller pupil size. I generally will stay with the default for most cases. I can then look and make sure my fluorescein pattern is desirable. I have some bearing at 3 and 9 o'clock, and I have some clearance in the vertical meridian to allow for tear exchange. I have an appropriate diameter. I may want to adjust my thicknesses for my lens. You can make the edge as thin as 0.1 to give a very thin, comfortable edge. The center thickness has been minimized already. We can try to make it thinner, but you'll find out that usually the center thickness is as thin as it can be, and we're now ready to save and order this lens. Most patients have two contact lenses, and so what I like to do is bring both the right and left lens onto the screen so that I can compare the two of them as I design lenses. Once again, I need to include my refractive error information and any refinements that are appropriate based on the subjective refraction. Include the add power and click Continue. Now, as you can see, our default lens is again at a larger diameter, so I'll reduce this so that it's the same size as the other lens. I'll refine the tier layer profile by using current settings with the auto design feature. This will optimize my tier layer so that I have a channel for tear exchange in the vertical meridian with bearing at 3 and 9 o'clock. And then I'll take a look at the front curvature of the lens to confirm that my pupil size is correct. It's 3.6, which is the default once again. I'll minimize my edge thickness as I did with the other lens. And I'm now ready to save this left lens. When placing an order, I'll generally order both lenses at the same time. With both on the screen, I'll typically save the left eye first, confirming all the demographic information, the laboratory, the shipping method, the material that I want to use, whether it's a right or left lens, and whether I want to choose the warranty option. Any comments that I want to send to the lab, I'll enter in this area, and then I'll choose Accept. A window will appear in the background within Scout, giving me the opportunity to save this lens design within the Scout database. I'll choose Save to make sure that that design has been saved properly. I can then go to my remaining right lens and simply click Order. I will answer OK, and yes, I want to save the changes. I'll once again confirm the demographic information, making sure I'm using the same delivery method as the other lens, same material. This time I may want to put an identification dot on the right lens, choosing the warranty option. If there are any comments, I'll enter them in this area and choose Accept. I'm then given the opportunity to include the left lens. I'll go ahead and save that design in the background as I did on the other one, and I'll answer yes. Now, lens designs are shown on this screen. The right lenses have an R at the beginning of them, and the left lenses have an L at the beginning. The extension of these files designates which design it is. The first lens design that you have will have a extension that ends in the digit 1. Subsequent designs will be 2, 3, etc. like that. Since I only have one design for this eye, I'll choose this left lens and click Open and answer OK. Look at my email message, and you can see the type of information that is sent along to the laboratory. The address has been entered properly. This subject is telling the laboratory that this is a lens order, and I have my first lens with material, color, identification dot, lens power, base curve, and the same type of information for the left eye. I can then simply click Send, and this message and order has been placed in the outbox of my email program. I can then close this window, and I'm ready to proceed on to the next case.